What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And this is the movie news on April 6th, 2025. We are today. And we're going to be talking about all kinds of interesting movies and box office hits and also some animation, comedy, action pack, drama, uh, uh, horror based on true story movies. Movies that are from Hollywood or little independent movie film productions. We're gonna talk about all of it today, from comedy to action pack. Here are the wildest and intriguing movie news and rumors that you assassinators need to know. And and yeah, and without further ado, it includes Bill Murray. Says he was made out of the monster, not to be a monster in the misconduct situation. And then we got Panned George, double R. The double R Martin movie gets a digital release date after getting lost at the box office. Um, the Russo brothers share incredible boss logic doctor doomed art to celebrate Robert Downey Jr.'s what's his birthday, yeah. And we got the Goonies 2 gets exciting and hopeful update and for Oscar winning star. And Robert Downey Jr.'s Doomsday look may have been teased in, and plus much more. Please also hit the subscribe and the post notification bell for more of SNA's videos. And subscribe onto my other channel at Super Ninja Austin at Super Ninja Austin, which I talk about wrestling video stuff and and uh and then when it's the season for it, I talk about some football stuff as well. So yeah, link is in the description box below for those that are aware. Yeah, like if you're if you want to be fully like if you're aware of it, y'all probably already know. But let's get into the first story. Bill Murray hits the headlines for the wrong reasons in 2022. Like when his movie being mortal what mortal was shut down following claims of inappropriate behavior and misconduct leveled against him by his co-star. Now the Ghostbusters actor is reflecting on the incident, something that he says he has done every day since it happened. The abandoned Aziz sorry movie which screeched to a halt when he was of kissing a crew member without consent with consent I should pronounce it, but it's something like that. Historical stories of the actors on screen behavior. Murray said of the of the innocent. This is what this is what he had to explain for himself into his innocence of his behalf. I don't I don't go too many days or weeks without thinking of what happened in being mortal. I tried to make peace. I thought I was trying to make peace. I ended up being to my mind barbecued, but someone that I worked with that I had lunch with on various days of of this week, and so fourth it was COVID. We were all wearing masks, and we were all standing in the one room, listening to this crazy scene. Murray went on to detail the events that transpired on the being mortal set and still believes that the that the that the whole thing was blown out of proportion. He continued, I do I do know what prompted me to do it. It's something that I had done to someone else before, and I thought it was funny, and every time it happened, like it was funny, like I would I was wearing a mask and I give her a kiss. She was wearing a mask. Like it wasn't like I touched her. But it was just I gave her a kiss through a mask, like and through another mask. I got I got mask to another person, and she wasn't a stranger. Bill Murray says Disney processes like uh like were uh were to blame for shutting down being mortal. And while there are always general rules and regulations that actors would expect to abide by, not acting inappropriately with co-stars, for an example, Murray believes that part of the issue with working on being mortal was that there were more strident human rights in place within the Disney corporation that he was unaware of. But yeah, this is what he stated right here, into on this issue. It turned out there were pre-existing conditions in all this kind of stuff. I'm what in very shocking questions. How was anyone supposed to know anything like that? And and yeah, you know, like like any like any anything like that, in some unexpected questions, and there was no conversation of there was nothing that there was of no peacemaking, nothing if if anyone suggests you go to an arbitration, don't do it, like never do it because you think it's justice. It isn't. Murray later addressed other claims that have been made against him in the past, including a story that he once threw on an ashtray at Richard Dreyfuss. Yeah, Dreyfuss. And while the actor admits that he was not always had a great interactions some co-stars, he is ad, adamant that is not his normal behavior, and he has many fond memories of working with others, and And he added, when someone has an episode like mine, like on being mortal, like the world goes searching for more proof that this person is a monster. Which that I'll say I agree with this guy on that. Like one little incident that happens, like they try to find some history with this person, like to try to make him into like some kind of a bad guy, villain, monster, in that person's reputation. But anyways, I'll say I agree. Like just because like he might have a track record for other incidents doesn't mean like that means he's a horrible person. But anyways, and that's the one thing I agree on, like into this matter. But anyways, let's continue on to like an absolute monster. Well, I've had like interactions with hundreds of thousands of people over 40 and 50 years. Like now you can come up like with a half a dozen if you really work. You'd probably come up with a couple dozen bad ones. Like my percentage like are no different like than yours. As a final reflection, like Murray said that he found like the reaction to being like mortals like of controversies like and disappointing but said that he did learn something from the incident. And and then he continued I think you can teach like an old dog new tricks. Like I thought like I knew like someone like and I did not. Like I certainly thought like it was light. Like I thought it was funny. Like to me like it's like funny funny like the idea that you could give someone a kiss with a mask on, like it's still stupid. It's all it was. But what are your thoughts on this situation, the reason why his film like of Disney's being mortal like got canceled? And do you think that Mr. Murray is innocent in the situation? What's your opinion? But one thing I agree, like just because like he might have like this incident happen, even if he is guilty, and then he had a bad incident before like this, like that doesn't mean he's a monster. Like it's just like he just probably like he might get along with some, and then he don't get along with a couple of what's called co-star, and like he said, like he, like who could argue with him by saying that, saying like he's not gonna deny that he had like some issues from the last time. But the thing is, like he never had any kind of what's called beef with this person that he was trying to give a friendly gesture, which for some reason in the production in the people in the production and in the what's that called what's that and the movie film production like that recommend them not to do that. Well, at the last minute, of course, like not exactly like when he did not know the rules, like which they was their fault from even making it like they said, telling them at the last minute rather than like if I could see like if he already knew about this, maybe he should suffer some consequences like of his act, suffer the consequences and punishment of his actions, and paying the repercussions of him like doing this. Yeah, but let's move on and get to them. Next up, we got We got we got panned George, like double R Martin movie gets digital release date after getting lost at the box office. And it says right here, like Paul W S Anderson was directed his fair share of uh adaptations, like over the years, like whether it was various video games, like series, like or like most recently a novel. Like the filmmaker, like in his wife, Mila, yeah, Mila, Jack Vovich, like yeah, have crafted some interesting films, each like with a unique flair and gripping like a a stylistic action. Like his latest film in the Lost Lands, like is an adaptation like of the short story of the same name, with written by Game of Thrones series, like author George like Double R Martin, like starring Dave Batista, which I already seen onto the image. I was like, normally I would talk about this guy in wrestling, which I did a couple days ago with me talking about like he lost to John Cena for the WWE Championship like 15 years ago at that year's WrestleMania, like which my brother ordered that pay per view by the way. But anyways, like and like we got Mila Jovovich. The movie released like it in early March 2025 has had like a disappointing box office total of $4.7 million, like worldwide, like against a budget of $55 million, which they probably lost like damn near probably $50 million from. Or no, they did. They probably like lost about, yeah, unfortunately, like a little bit over 50 million, like 50.3 million, yeah. But anyways, now in the Lost Lands, like it's set to make a tradition, transition to video on demand very soon. Like in the Lost Lands will be like heading to digital platforms like for rental or purchase like on April like 8th, like which is probably like this Tuesday, yeah, because today's the 6th, like so in 2 days from now in 2025. Despite the movie struggling like to make an impact like at the box office earlier like this year, like there is a chance that that the Dave Batista led this dystopian like film like could find an audience like in the VOD or VOD, whatever it's called, like the VOD the VOD landscape, like as streaming titles like of continue to find popular the popular with a limited like theatrical runs. The window like for movies to stay like in theaters like continues to slowly like but surely dwindle. However, like existing like a film's period on the big screen like was one of the big talking points like at CinemaCon, like which may give like movies like in the Lost Lens like a better chance to make a profit. Like, however, like Paul W. S. Anderson's adaptation, like yeah, struggled like to bring any engagement, like despite like having some impressive talent in front of the camera. In the Lost Lens has a chance to find a second life on digital. like in the Lost Lands, like centers uh, br- uh Boyce, like around Boyce, which is played by Mr. Batista, which yeah we all know him as a former wrestler, which we talk about him on the wrestling stuff on the SNA podcast, especially on the news video. But anyways, like a lone like gunslinging with a dark secret, like as the navigates like a dystopian the dystopian a dystopian Earth alongside Gray Alice, like which is played by Miss Javovic, yeah, a witch like hunting down a werewolf. I mean, a witch that's hunting down a werewolf, and to avoid a violent church, like in its relentless apostolic like followers, like in part Western, like and part like post like apocalypse limptic action like thriller. The movie like could be the type that can like thrive like in the digital like VOD landscape, like despite like not getting like the chance that it deserved. The theaters, like interestingly enough, this would make the film like an outlet litter like in Anderson's film filmography, yeah, filmography, yeah. The the director, who is best known for adapting the Resident Evil video games like into like an action franchise, like has like had like plenty of success at the box office over the years. Like Resident Evil, like the final chapter like would be Anderson's final entry like in the series in 2016, and it like would earn about a whopping $312 million worldwide against a budget of 40 million, which that's a huge difference, which they profited big time on that release, but becoming the most successful film like in the franchise. However, between in the Lost Lens like and 2020's Monster Hunter, like his like other latest work, the director's work like hasn't been as profitable in theaters. However, unfortunately, with a digital release like date like of yeah April 8, like in the Lost Lens will be like available on yeah on VOD like the same day as Bong Joon Ho's newest like film Mickey 17, like which has like had like its own like share their own share of box office woes. Like seeing how the two films like stacked on the new platform like will be interesting. Anderson hasn't like yet set his next project, like but like for now like fans will be able to purchase like his next film on digital very soon. What's your thoughts on this unfortunate unsuccessful box office what's it called outcome not being the exact same like outcome that he expected it to be, with him paying a whopping $55 million budget onto this movie, only to get like $4.7 million back. But let me know down in the comment section right down below about that, and I'll probably give it a try too. I'll say, especially if it gets like on the streaming services. I'll say, depending on what streaming service it may be, it could be on Netflix, it could be on I'm not sure Disney Plus though, but it could be it could may not, but or it could be on HBO Max. It could be on. It's called The Lost Lands. Hey, maybe I could remember that. Hopefully I still can, but after I make this like what exactly what this movie's all about. But the one person that probably that keep my that I can notice that's on this film is a former wrestler that I used to watch as a kid, and it's none other than Mr. Dave Batista when he was known as just Batista in his time in wrestling. But but let's move on to the next slide. There, hopefully that the streaming different. Hopefully that the streaming, like everybody tuning in on streaming, will make a big difference. Like after this flopping, I'll say, this flopping unsuccessful release, like in theaters, I guess you could say, with not that much people watching the movie, which that was probably a bummer. Like, I bet it's not even that bad. Maybe it's everybody's not into like this type of Western kind of movie that this director, Mr. George Double R. Martin, I believe that's what his name is, like as not put out here, but hopefully that makes a difference very soon rather than later. But moving on, let's get to the next story. We got the Russo brothers share incredible boss logic like on Doctor Doom like an art to celebrate Robert Downey Jr.'s birthday. We got the Russo brothers have a very busy schedule ahead of them like now like that their latest film, The Electric State, like has finally hit Netflix, like in promotion, like for the movie, like has ended. Like their next big undertaking is said to begin filming like soon. Like as it tunes out, the Russo brothers like couldn't stay away like from Marvel Studios like as the creative like duo like have reunited with studio like head in executive producer Kevin Feige for the conclusion to the multiverse saga like Avengers Doomsday like and Avengers Secret Wars like Robert Downey Jr. Is leading like the charge in their massive cast like as the what was released it has been revealed like to be playing Doctor Doom at San Diego Comic-Con like last year like this past week like was the actor's birthday, and the Russos celebrated like in a very interesting way. And it's like in the and it says the directors took like to their Instagram account like to share like their birthday wishes for Downey and who just turned 60 this year to celebrate like the occasion like the post like featured like some impressive art like from Boss Logic of the character Doctor Doom depicting like uh, the villain eating an Iron Man a villain eating an Iron Man birthday cake like the Russos would add like the as- the amusing caption of Happy Doomsday to all who celebrate like aka the incredible Robbie Downey Jr.'s birthday. As with like most Boss Logic fan art, like there are like plenty of Easter eggs like in details to pick up on the fan art like beside the the Iron Man cake, the Iron Man cake, the chair Doom is sitting like in, and also has a Thanos like helmet resting like on the corner like of the as it to allude like that this new villain poses like a more significant threat like than the one at the end of the Infinity Saga. Like overall, it's a fitting tribute to a phenomenal actor with a tall task ahead of him. It says Robert Downey Jr. Has big shoes to fill on his own. But here's the latest here's a post that here's a post like from the Russo brothers that they sent to Mr. Downey like for on a special day, and that look pretty cool. Like for his look like his latest character he's gonna be playing in the movie of Doctor Doom, but Robert Downey Jr. And some other original Avengers cast members such as Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson like yeah, went out on incredibly high notes, like in Avengers in Endgame, like making Downey's return feel like much riskier, and Russo's what they call positioning of the actor who played one of the most iconic heroes as the big villain in the next two Avengers movies is undoubtedly like a big risk. Like, however, it could also be a good strategy. It, as especially considering the actor's recent success in projects such as the likes of Christopher no Nolan's Christopher Nolan's Opera Himmer in Park Chan Wook's the Thizer Thizer. It says right here, like following his brief sabbatical sabbatical from the MCU. Downey has shown impressive range as an actor. Like nothing is more evident of that than his best supporting actor win at the 2024 Academy Awards for his role as Louis Strauss, like a character who served as a as a narrative uh, through line in a pin himmers black and white subsequences in Downey's performance as a ruthless government official could give fans an idea of what the actor's capable of in his role more antagonistic than that of Iron Man. Like Downey's celebration of a milestone birthday coinciding with the start of filming on Avengers Doomsday feels like a good omen for the film, although the Russo brothers have failed to garner a positive critical response from their recent films a return to the MCU in addition of Downey's acting prowess, like maybe like what they need to correct, course, and create a truly remarkable end, like to the multiverse saga. And you can see the Avengers latest Doomsday movies once it comes out and when it comes available in theaters. But what's your thoughts on the Russo brothers giving this giving this message to and birthday cake for the very famous actor that you probably know him as Iron Man? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. And what's your thoughts on his new role as a villain rather than the hero in this latest Avenger movie with Mr. Downey being Doctor Doom rather than being his Iron Man. So because they sort of killed it off. Like for those that are unaware about what happened in Avengers Endgame, let's just say, yeah, he got killed off, and it seemed like that if they did find a replacement of Iron Man, it's probably not going to be Mr. Robert Downey Jr. Even though he fits that perfect role because he just looks like Iron Man. Like no matter how you see, even if he's like I don't know how old he could be. Well, I believe they said he's like about 60. Was it? I'm not trying to be funny. I could be wrong, but I'll say between 50 or 60. But even if he's like 100 years old, I still think he would still play a perfect Iron Man. I mean, they had the original Batman like play in the latest play the role as Batman, like the old school Batman on the latest Flash movie a couple years ago. So if he could do that, like I think Robert Downey Jr. could do the same with Iron Man, but I think they're gonna wait till like a decade or two, or maybe even later on, like when it's probably like his last days being an actor, like whenever that may be, he'll get have to do a little cameo just like that. Something just tells me that that could happen. But but moving on, we got the Goonie New Tunes. Out of the fridge. You like out the fridge? Yeah, I guess you get out the fridge. Okay, but yeah, moving on, we got some Goonie 2 news now as it gets exciting, like and a hopeful update from the Oscar winning star. The Goonies 2 like is officially in development, by Warner Brothers Pictures, and like Key Hun, Quan, he con Han, Huan Quan, who Ki Hu Kwan, who uh starred in the original as Data has offered like offered an exciting update that's enough to keep the dream alive. So far nothing beyond the official confirmation has been said about the sequel of the Goonies. So these tidbits of information will have to do for more. We got and Quan spoke to Entertainment Tonight, on the 40th anniversary, of Richard Donner's teen action adventure movie, the Goonies. It's a classic from the 1980s. Thank you, Birdie. Oh, I got it out. Okay, but that follows a group of teenagers on the hunt for a pirate treasure with enough gold to save their homes from being torn down. Released in 1985, under the veil of Spielberg's in entertainment. Like the film like was a hit like with audiences like and critics and remains like a staple of the decade like that changed the landscape like of commercial cinema. Since the late 1980s, like there have been like talks about a sequel, but like nothing came to fruition. Like, however, weeks like ago, like it was confirmed that the Goonies 2 is in development. Like, and Quan appears to be like somewhat involved in the project. Like Quan also remi- reminisce like about his experience making the Goonies nearly 40 years ago. But I think it's already like 40 because if it came out in 1985, it's exactly 40 years from this year, 2025. So I'll say maybe you should say exactly 40 years ago. But anyway, but when he was just 13 years old, it was a lot of fun. Like all those sets like were like practical, like and as you can imagine, like go down a water slide, like with six other kids, like we uh we bonded like over the shoot, like and become brothers and sisters. One of the greatest adventures like of my life. Like the actor was like also asked like if he imagined that the movie would turn into a classic, and he said no. Like we knew like it was special with with, with Richard Donner, like in Spielberg, like as producer. Water too? Um, uh, Here's two drinks. I gave one. How about we can put this in the fridge for now? No, I'm doing it out. Fine, like yeah, okay. I guess I'll put it up later. But anyways, the Spielberg as producer, like we knew like it was going to be something special. But like what's interesting, like is that like when the movie came out, like and it wasn't a huge hit. Like it was same year Back to the Future came out, like and that was the big hit. Once it came out on home video, like it took off like and become like this thing like that people love. Could the Goonies sequel back bring the original cast and crew? That's a good question. I'll say that depends. Like, are they still actors, or are they still even in Earth right now? Well, I think since they were teens, I believe they should, but they're probably like almost becoming senior citizens, though. However, but like the old saying goes, like it don't even matter. Like as long as they could move around, like if they can, if they can make another movie, I think that's all what counts. But excuse me for a second, save some energy. But anyways, assassinators, it's still unclear who will return, like in the Goonies movie, of the sequel, the Goonies 2, I should say. Like we don't even know if the movie title is the Goonies 2. Like that's how far that they don't know much about the sequel. Like the Goonies, two, like or the Goonies Never Say Die Again, or whatever the title may be. All we know is that a sequel is in development finally right now with a script like in the works by Podsy Siri, Cironi, Loli. I mean, Pon Roli. Yeah, Roli. Hope I pronounced that correctly. And I want to ask you one question for this for the for for this director, I want to ask this director this question if he's watching. Is he Italian? Like, not trying to sound ignorant, but it kind of sounds like some kind of a European, like, or even like most specifically a Italian type of last name. But anyways, a, a relatively unknown writer and director who rose like to fame like by directing like music videos and commercials that are well known. Steven Spielberg, like in Chris Columbus, like producer and writer of the original movie, will will support the sequel of producers of Lauren Schuller Donner and Richard Donner's widow, like is executive producing. Like there is like still no confirmation about the return of the original cast, like Quan and Corey. Like Feldman, like I have often like expressed like their desire to return like for a Goonies sequel, like, and they'll likely be back, like, although it's still too early to say that all the gang like is back for one more adventure. And do you think that that will be indeed the case? Like, you think that we will see like all the whole cast like from the or at least the main characters be back for the sequel, or do you think like that'll be completely impossible given that they either retire or like they're probably like fortunately not here? Well, I'm not, that's so silly to assume that. I mean, unless it was some a tragical event, but I assume like if everybody that was from that cast is still alive and they still like do acting through time to time, I would say maybe we could like see the sequel could be happening like and be released like very soon. Which it took like 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 damn near over 40 years like just to make. Like that kind of sounds similar to like Coming to America, which that took like about like maybe like how many years? Like it's been out like probably since 1989, and then they finally made the sequel in 2021, which by the way was pretty good. Like just as I'll say interesting is the first one. Like it just like something that it need to be added. Like which Eddie Murphy was a complete genius of putting things together out the way he how the way he directed it that he wanted to be like which it was the perfect element like for like from what happened in the first one that led into the second one, which I wish it could have been more sooner they made the sequel. But yeah, either way, it was still was a success. Like and all over the streaming world, like especially on Paramount Plus and Amazon Prime, which even my family watched, which was really good. Like and it took like how many years? Like 34 years until they made the sequel. Because it was 2021 they made the sequel, even though it was like or it wasn't 1988. It was like 32 years that it took for it to make a sequel, which it take exactly 40 years. That's longer than Coming to America. Like, I don't know what is up with these movie productions. It takes like half a century just to make a sequel. Like, come on. But at least we got the movie, so I'm not going to complain much about that. But anyways, but yeah, let's continue on to this article, which it says after spending like much time in development, hell, like a Goonies sequel is finally being developed like by Warner Brothers, like and it says, and that is like what seems to be important, like as of today. Like and everyone like said like that were eager to reprise like their like role like in a sequel, but like Warner Bros like yeah had always like remained like silent like in like official confirmation like from Warner Brothers was a huge breakout. Although some changes will surely have to be made for the sequel, because even though the original cast and crew could return, no one could be sure that the original Goonies will be back. And what is the Goonies 2 without the Chunk, Mikey, and Data, Mouth, and the rest of the gang. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below on if you think that the original cast and crew are gonna be back for the sequel, or they're gonna have to, or do you think they're gonna have to find some new guys that could that'll be a perfect replacement? Which, when it comes to the term replacement, when it comes to rebooting or even making a sequel of a movie, usually don't work out the way they want it to be. Like at least 95% of the time, I guess you could say. Now we got some more news about Robert Downey Jr. But this time about his doomsday look may have been teased in MCU stars' birthday party on his Instagram post. And it says, after making an appearance in Marvel Studios' Avengers Doomsday cast announcement video of Robert Downey Jr. may have unveiled a sneak peek at his upcoming appearance as Doctor Doom, thanks to a photo taken by a fan that shows the actor sporting a wild new hairstyle. There are many questions about Downey Jr.'s return into the Marvel Cinematic Universe in Avengers Doomsday, as he leaves behind the franchise's most iconic heroes, to become one of Marvel's legendary villains, while he made a brief appearance in the final moments of the lengthy cast announcement video, that had millions of people glued to a live stream of nothing but chairs. It seems that the cleanup, the clean cut, Stark, suited version, scene will be altered when he makes his on-screen return to the MCU, like we expected, anything else. And then it says right here, while the UK while in the UK, Downey Jr.'s birthday, his I celebrated Robert Downey Jr. celebrated his birthday with a party he held for himself. During the party, hospitality worker Alicio Caputo shared an image with the man of the moment on Instagram, potentially giving Marvel fans a look at a slightly longer and wilder hairstyle. I mean to say, like he is sporting for his upcoming role of naturally was it could be a completely red herring, like and the actor could undergo a more dramatic change for his Doom role. But if Doom is a Tony Stark variant, it it would make sense for him to have a slightly more outlandish appearance to Stark. You can check out the image in the dioid for yourself down below. And it says Robert Downey Jr. will join an impressive cast of Marvel stars, past and present, past and present in Doomsday. You can see, yeah, Mr. Downey Jr. Rocking into this very cool villainous style, similar to Doctor Strange rather than. I'll say, yeah, you get the point. Like he looks similar to like Doctor Strange, with something that we never thought he would be looking like. But it said when Marvel Studios began a live stream cast announcement video with a chair featuring Chris Hemsworth, which we all know is Thor, like in the very famous universe, a comic universe series, like name on the back of it, like like no one like was quite prepared like for it like to become a 5 hour epic like that would include a re- rele- revelation that as well like as some expected like returnees like of Avengers Doomsday, like will also like see the return of some iconic X-Men stars, like for the first time in 2 decades, like in a list that included Ian McKellen, Patrick Stewart, and James Madison, and Alan Cumming, yeah, and more Downey Jr.'s name like seemed to be just a footnote to the unexpected cast assembling like for the movie. It seemed like this is like a hell froze over kind of moment, even though maybe they didn't left due to controversy. But it seemed like anything is possible. It kind of reminds me of this this film production seems like the WWE of movies and entertainment aspects, I guess you could say. Yeah, that's what kind of reminds me at this time. Like wow, like this like has led to plenty of speculation about like how the movie will play out. Kevin Fidge like recently suggested like that Doomsday will be focused on several groups like of heroes attempting like to prevent Doctor Doom like finding Loki and at the center of the multiverse like and destroying like the MCU as we know it like right now. With Thunderbolts like coming like soon to cinemas like and the anti-hero in symbol like also appearing like in Doomsday, like it is like likely like that by the end of the movie like they will have taken like on a new name, like something more Avenger however, there is no clear reason why groups like from Wakanda, like the Avengers, like the Thunderbolts and X Men, like would all be like the in the same place, like which has led like to the theory that Doomsday will see the story play out across like numerous like multiverse, like of course like there was also the Curisian like of event like that started in Doctor Stranger, Doctor Stranger, yeah. That's what I meant to say, Doctor Strange. But anyway, Doctor Stranger, like in the multiverse of madness, like to be explained like which could play like into the arrival of the old Fox X-Men in the MCU. And as of a longtime Marvel along with DC comic fan, I think this is a very this is a perfect this is a perfect and excellent development, like for like what they're doing right here. But putting all the superheroes all together, I would say the only person that you may not probably see onto this film is, unfortunately, the one that's the leader of Wakanda, and that was the guy who played Black Panther, Mr. Chadwick Boseman, because since he passed away in 2020, back 5 years ago. But I think that they could. also dedicate this movie to him. Like for since he's no longer unfortunately here, they'll probably do some kind of a tributing, paying moment, even if it's like a cameo of it. Like I think they'll do exactly that, which that would be pretty cool of Marvel to do so. And also Mr. Stan Lee as well, yeah, because since he sadly passed away around that type of year, I think it was like 20. I think it was 2018 though. Like right after the first Black Panther came out, like at the towards the end of that year of 2018. But yeah, like, but let me know down in the comment section right down below how you gonna feel about this movie. I'm definitely gonna be seeing this like for sure. Like once it hits theaters, I'm gonna find a way to watch the movie and get it in a cheaper price. But let me know down in the comment section right down below how you're gonna feel about it. I think that there's a pretty excellent like I said, pretty excellent elements like on what to know about the movie, with them teasing like all kind of stuff like with like we can see the returns of the original cast of X-Men, and we can see the original cast members of from the original Avengers or Black Panther movies or anybody that's was part of the MCU universe. Like even though I just said universe twice, but one with the other U being like stands for like just being the other universe at first was the initials of MCU. But anyways, yeah, let me know. My point is, let me know in the comment section right down below how you're gonna what's your opinions about this latest update? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. And are you gonna be putting on watching this when it hits theaters? Which I sure definitely sure am gonna be doing, especially as a longtime superhero fan, which y'all probably already know by now. That's the reason why I start this Super Ninja Austin thing in the first place next to wrestling. Like it's just starting to be like some kind of a like a social media sensational like somewhat of a social media celebrity in some capacity, which I am like slowly but surely getting into that path. But yeah, but moving on, we got like we're gonna end today's movie news like with my lifetime dream. But moving on from one favorite what they call comic series, I mean comic universe movie film production to another, but this time for DCU's universe DCU's movie production, because we're talking about the latest Superman movie, but that of the controversial sneak is that like with the controversial sneak peek of it, like has released some incredibly this divisive reactions. And we got James Gunn like enthusiastically like promoted like his long awaited Superman movie at the at this year's CinemaCon, like which was like undoubtedly like one of Las Vegas events most anticipated like moments. Like the filmmaker even like unveiled a very special sneak peek of the film like for those like attending to enjoy. Like however, the DCU like fandom like was clearly divided by just how fragile like KL appeared like during the sequence like that takes place like within the fortress like of solitude like sequence. Like apparently this more vulnerable representation like of the beloved superhero I irked like many viewers. Like one social media user like sounded off like by saying of the courtesy of the Hollywood Reporter, like it says James Gunn gets it. Like they said like he won't make it a stupid comedy. They said like he understood like the assignment, like that was the worst Superman clip like I have ever seen. It's an utter joke, like to say the very least, like in this case, and it's all about crypto. Which kind of sounds like if you're talking about the what they call it, the like if you're referring to the like the what they call it, the type of like investment, like the like talking about the investment site like of cryptocurrency. The way they say, but the way they spelled it was a K because that's short for Krypton, yeah. Which which that's the name of Superman's dog, Super Dog. The controversial footage extended like upon the wintry scene, like of appearing like in the official teaser of trailer, like in which a which a bruised, like bloodied and battered man of steel, like David David Corin Sweet, like is rescued by his father. What's that father? I mean, what am I talking about? He's been rescued by his faithful dog Crypto. Like the Kryptonian Canine drags like Superman like into the fortress during a CinemaCon's sneak peek, like so like the fallen hero, the falling hero, he can be attended like to buy four automatons, like the robots mag magnify like the intense like rays of the yellow sun, like the treat kale ale, like treat kale ale, like as the wells in agony of during like the healing process. Like another upset another upset fan wrote, the real Superman doesn't need a bunch of robots like to carry him like over the table like to heal, like and doesn't whine like a little biscuit iced tea chicken hotcakes like when the sun hits him, wrongly or rightly. Like one fan like even like compared Gunn's version like of the last son of Krypton like to filmmaker Zack Snyder's Superman, like who was like portrayed by Henry Calville, like in the now defunct DCEU. Like the online user like specifically pointed out the Man of Steel's epic battle with Doomsday, like in the Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice, by saying Snyder's Superman like literally took a nuke took a nuke at point blank range, like by and healed like from the sun like without feeling any pain like from its radiation, like which is accurate like in the comics. Like Gunn's like mediocre inter interpretation is screaming in agony. And I see what he's coming from because yeah, like I even noticed that myself. Like the way they booked Superman on the Zack Snyder version of it, like on Batman versus Superman, like which I watched like about 100 times, by the way. That's a great superhero movie in my taste. Yeah, which yeah, which I even watched it when it very first came out in theaters with my family as well, back like almost 10 years ago. But it's crazy to think about like Batman versus Superman was about almost a decade. By 2026 it will be. Like how's that like even logical? How's that even thought of? Like is as an accurate statement these days. But yeah, like this, like, but yeah, as a nerd myself, like I agree with this user. Like, why they made like this new Superman like the complete opposite on the like than the Zack Snyder's version? Yeah, it just don't make no sense to making him look seem like a weakling. But everyone loves Crypto, like the super dog, like and here's a little sneak peek of the video right here that's been posted on YouTube that you can see for yourself. As you can see.
Take me home. Home. Crypto.
That's what I'm saying, baby.
Thank you.
No need to thank us, sir, as we will not appreciate it. We have no consciousness whatsoever, merely automatons here to serve. Meet 12. She's mute.
He looked at me.
14 fractured bones.
Damage to bladder, kidney, large intestine, lungs.
With a healthy dose of yellow sun, we'll have you up and at 'em in no time.
Level 4?
292 times Saharan prime, please swallow. He's back.
And despite that little controversial mishap of making Superman look being like that, like, and what your taste onto this version of Superman? Like, does it convince you to not watch it, or do despite this scene, would you still give it a watch? Assassinators, let me know in the comments. But the one that I agree with that user, like maybe like because yeah, he got hit with a nuclear bomb like up in space, and Batman versus Superman, like the Zack Snyder version of the Superman, and still survive off of that. And like he got healed by the sun, and he felt no pain whatsoever. Maybe it kind of knocked him out for a second. Maybe that could be a good explanation why he didn't scream out of agony. But at the same time, like that doesn't, yeah. But that like at the same time, like it's still like something that's it's still like I believe like regardless of what happened, I still think he would not be feeling no pain whatsoever though. But anyways, yeah, let me know about that in the comment section right down below. And I but for the I'll say despite all the that of that issue right there, the controversy leading into that, I still think it's still a very interesting movie that to give it a watch. Which I'll say maybe we're looking too soon at this, like. And do you think that like it's gonna be already a terrible movie, or do you think that y'all are looking at it a bit too soon for those that are gonna criticize the movie? I should say, and maybe like, and you're gonna give it a try anyways. Which I'll suggest at least giving it a try, even like to see how you would think about it, like just watching it in the theaters or watch it like when it comes to digital or streaming, like then like which I assume is probably gonna be on Max. Like if you have a Max subscription, you can just watch it through there and see if you like the movie or whatever. But as a longtime DC and Marvel fan, like I just I'll give it a watch regardless. Yeah, and see how I would feel in my personal opinion onto the matter. But yeah, it's gonna come out on July 11th. It said like in theaters. Yeah, but But it seemed like with the trailer, it looks convincing. Like it's gonna be filled with a lot of interesting action scenes, like into the movie, like any other superhero movie will have. That's the normal thing that brings intrigue into a superhero movie, and that is the action part of the film. Like they call it an action-packed movie for a good reason, and well, they say action for short, but they call it an action movie for a good reason, is because it's all about the action. And yeah, maybe look at and they also have like superheroes like Green Lantern and even Hawkman and them that's going to be helping out Superman fight these villains, like which are probably going to be teasing that we will be seeing like a sequel of the superhero movie with the original Justice League boys and girls. But let me know in the comment section right down below on what's your opinion onto this film that's been made by Mr. James Gunn. Yeah. And is it gonna be like better than everybody would expected it to be? Like and like when it comes to looking at the sneak peek video of this trailer, let me know down in the comment section right down below. We're just gonna only one way to find out is to watch the movie, I guess. But yeah, but until then, like I'm gonna say goodbye to you, Assassinators, for now because it is the end of today's wrestling. I mean, movie news. Well, I'm getting too used to the wrestling stuff. But just ignore what I just said. Like the wildest and intriguing movie news and rumors that you assassinators need to know, from action-packed to comedy or anything that's your taste of it, we got it here on the SNA podcast. Like by going on to all the most prestigious movie articles to talk about what exactly is going on in the world of cinema. And like it was from the movie web this week, so I'm gonna put a huge check mark on there. I literally, excuse me for a moment. Where the heck is that? Okay, got it right here. And yeah, but what's your favorite news story on this video? I would say if I had to pick one, I would say the teasers of the new Avengers movie of Doomsday. And yeah, and it seems like that they're gonna be doing a huge name change. And if they do, I think that maybe it should be something that's like probably an upgrade of Avengers. It's something that's more Avengery, like the article stated. But but anyways, yeah. There's one thing I forgot about that to ask the questions about. What do you think? What's going to be the new name if there is going to be a name change of the Avengers? What kind of name they're going to go with next? Like, do you think it's going to be something similar to the Avengers or something that's totally different, or maybe merging it with a different with a new name, like of a like it to like make it like more updated and more upgrading? Let me know down in the comment section right down below what's your opinions on that matter. But I will be back here making some more news videos, like on say April the 10th. Yeah, like yeah, which I'm gonna be doing the animation. Go back to animation. I'll be doing probably stuff with the Animation World Network. Yeah, which I'm talking about from anime to typical animation stuff like an animation series, like with the wildest and intriguing animation news and rumors that you assassinators need to know. Make sure to check that out. But for those that are gonna be watching my wrestling stuff, like that'll be on my other channel at SNA I'm not SNA Super Ninja Austin, just Super Ninja Austin, just like my name, and the link is in the description box below onto this channel and this video. You can just click on it if you cannot search it on your. But it's not probably not that hard to find. I got I got so many channels. I'll say some might say I have three, but the one I used to have like 2 on 3, I don't really use it no more. No longer have access to the email. I thought I might just get rid of that due to me like nearly getting hacked onto that one, and I got the reason why. Yeah, for those that are unaware, I'm gonna tell you that that's the reason why I stopped using it and I started using my new email, which it goes by SNA. Like do some wrestling stuff on there. But for those that are gonna be interested in watching that, like along with the ones that does watch my wrestling stuff, y'all, I'm gonna be doing talking about the wildest and intriguing wrestling news stories. Remember that you assassinated need to know from I'll say the Wrestle Talk article, but also but I'll say like but for the but I'll say I'm not sure if I can make any promises tonight, but I can tell you that the AEW Dynasty is on tonight. But I'm not sure if I'll have enough time to make I'm not sure if I can do a review video, given that like I'm not sure if I'll have a chance to watch it because like I'm not in a very convenient situation, like when it comes to watching the pay per view, because for some reason Anthony Khan wants to have you pay extra in order to watch the pay per view for some weird reason. Like I don't know, like I'm not trying to question him on that. I promise not to do that to him because given that he gave SNA multiple of his wishes, so to convince me otherwise, so I'm not gonna question much about him. But I'm just gonna say like I may or may not make a review on that channel at Super Ninja Austin on Revolution. Hopefully, I will be doing that on Double or Nothing Guarantee and All In because the two pay-per-views I truly want to do. Even if I have to pay double to get get a 2-for-1 deal, I'll gladly do so. But let me know down in the comment section right down below about that alone, and also I'll be making my Monday Night Raw review video like I do every week, like which will be exclusively on the Netflix streaming service. But yeah, like check out that as well. Like which I'm gonna be talking about the women's Intercontinental Championship match between Lyra Valkyria, the champion, taking on challenger $1 Million Bailey, which a certain tight end on California's team claims that she is worth $1 million or whatever, but she's I would say not cheating on his wife on her, but just adding her to his relationship or whatever the scenario is. Like we're just gonna figure out another. But that's not the point I'm talking about here. Like I'm talking about like who about like this women's match. Like and who do you think is gonna walk out of the match as the women's mid card champion? Let me know in the comment section right down below. Maybe I should write that down onto the description box on the other channel, like where I'm scheduling the show on. And also we got Seth Rollins gonna be making his long-awaited weeks of return on Monday Night Raw to express his future match against both Punk and Roman Reigns, two guys that he's been beefing with for over the past few months, and he's gonna try to end it once and for all once he faced off against him in the main event of WrestleMania Night 1, likely. And what do you think what he's going to be talking about? Let me know also about it as well. And I will see you guys then. Like, for those that's going to be watching it. And I'll see the guys that's only going to be watching my animation news on, April 10th. Hopefully y'all guys are guys and gals of the Assassinators community are having a super magnificent and I'll say and fantastic day. And I'll see you guys later on the next videos, respectively, with some more SNA content. Until we meet again, Super Ninja Austin out of here. Bye-bye, Assassinators. I'll see you guys soon, like on to the next video. So y'all take care and be good to yourself and believe that you're all worth it because down the road you will be thanking yourself. Peace. And I'll see you guys later.